Hey guys, this is WWE superstar Charlotte Flair, and you're listening to WellsMania Podcast. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 9 of WellsMania Podcast on YouTube. I am your host, the Kyle Wells. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at WellsMania. Like me on Facebook at WellsMania. And you already know I do it for the gram at WellsMania. And while you're here on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and comment in the box below. Because you are now running wild with WellsMania. And I appreciate each and every single one of you out there, wherever you may be, listening to me. And we've got some history that will be made this weekend. WWE Evolution, the first ever all-women's pay-per-view. And don't you worry, I will break it all down. But first, I have to discuss the breaking news that took place this past Monday night on Monday Night Raw. The show started out with WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns in street clothes coming out to the ring with his Universal title. And I had, and you had, no idea that this was about to come out of the big dog's mouth.
I feel like I owe everybody an apology. For months, maybe even a full year, I've come out here and spoke as Roman Reigns, and I said a lot of things. You know, I said that I'd be here every single week. I said I'd be a fighting champion. I said I was going to be consistent, and I said I was going to be a workhorse, but that's all lies. It's a lie because the reality is my real name is Joe. And I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. And because the leukemia is back, I cannot fulfill my role. I can't be that fighting champion. And I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship. But I want to make one thing clear. By no means is this a retirement speech. Because after I'm done whooping leukemia's ass once again, I'm coming back home. And when I do, it's not going to just be about titles and being on top. No, it's about a purpose. I am coming back because I want to show all of you, the whole world, I want to show my family, my friends, my children, and my wife that when life throws a curveball at me, I am the type of man that will stand in that batter's box. I will crowd the plate, I will choke up, and I will swing for the fences every single time. Because I will beat this, and I will be back, so you will see me very, very soon.
Audio courtesy of WWE.com. And you're damn right, Roman Reigns. You will be back very, very soon. Now, you could tell that at the very beginning, when Roman came out, of course, the hipster boos ensued because, well, let's face it, Roman Reigns attracts the hipster boos because people don't know why they're booing Roman Reigns. They just boo him to boo him. And then they come up with some excuse like, oh, WWE's been forcing him down our throats. Good Lord, come up with something better than that. Anyways, hashtag hipster boos on Twitter. It's a WellsMania exclusive. I should probably put a patent on that. I could make some money. But that's neither here nor there. So Roman Reigns comes out to the ring, and you could tell by the crowd, they're booing him, and we don't know really what's about to go down, and then he drops his real name. He breaks kayfabe. And if you really don't know what kayfabe means, well, guess what? Let's do a real quick Basic Wrestlingnomics. So, you want to know wrestling? Basic Wrestlingnomics. This is Basic Wrestlingnomics. Basic Wrestlingnomics. WellsMania's about to educate you. Kayfabe means character. So if you break character, you're breaking kayfabe. Kayfabe means real. And if your character is not real, well, guess what? You're breaking what is real. You're breaking kayfabe. Basic Wrestlingnomics. There you go. Right there in the middle of the ring, and says, my name is Joe, and I've been battling leukemia or living with leukemia for 11 years. Wow. Wow. I had no idea. You had no idea. I'm sure the only ones that knew were his family, obviously. Vince McMahon and all the men and women in the locker room, and I'm sure his close loved ones. And that's a bombshell. I mean, cancer's no joke. Cancer sucks. Cancer, it just doesn't care who you are. It could strike at any time. And I believe Roman when he says that he's going to fight it and he's going to overcome it and he's going to come back better than ever before. And my thoughts and my prayers go out to Joe and his entire family and everybody that is affected by this news, because this is big news and this is real life. And leukemia is no joke. And we know somebody who has died to a form of cancer, and it is crushing. It's devastating. And you never want to see anyone go through it. So my thoughts and prayers go out to Joe and his entire family, and you will be back. Roman Reigns, believe that. And something else happened later that night on Monday Night Raw that involves Roman Reigns' Shield brothers. Because after Roman left the ring, he was joined at the top of the ramp by Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. It was a very touching, very emotional moment, and you could just feel it. You could feel it through your TV screen that it was just real, just very real, very raw, no pun intended. And then later on that night, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins get an opportunity to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions when they took on the Raw Tag Team Champions, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Well, guess what? Dean and Seth won, defeating McIntyre and Ziggler to become the new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. Such a feel-good moment on such a terrible night. But then Dean turns on Seth, hitting him with the dirty deeds, and then absolutely dominating and destroying, leaving Rollins laid out on the outside of the ring, and then Ambrose hops the barricade and walks up through the crowd. End of Monday Night Raw. Are you kidding me? Who in the wide world of sports entertainment saw that coming? Roman Reigns kicks off the show, announcing that he really has leukemia and relinquished the WWE Universal title. And then the end of the show, you've got Ambrose and Rollins becoming the new Raw Tag Team Champions, and then Ambrose with the heel turn on Rollins? Quite frankly, I think it's brilliant. It's great storytelling. So many emotions, all the feels, as the young millennials say. Reigns is going to be away for a while, hopefully not too long. So that means the Shield will be on the shelf for a while. So you might as well have Ambrose and Rollins feud with each other, which is going to be a very intense, raw feud between the two Shield brothers. So many emotions running through both of those guys' minds. And they're the tag team champions, so how in the world is that going to work out? I love it. I love it. And if you follow me on Twitter, at WellsMania, I tweeted a fun little theory saying the Rollins-Ambrose feud is going to be fire. But what about when Reigns returns and then turns on Ambrose and Rollins and finally becomes the heel that the hipster fans have been clamoring for? Could you just imagine? I mean, that's so much chaos. Pandemonium is running wild. Unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to the Ambrose-Rollins feud. I can't wait for both of those guys to burn it down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the official theme song for WWE Evolution, live this Sunday in Uniondale, New York at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. This right here is Salute by Lil Mix.
Ladies all across the world, listen up, we're looking for recruits. If you're women, let me see your hands. Stand up and salute. Get your killer heroes, seekers, punks, all lace up your boots. Representing all the women, salute. So ladies all across the
And I am beyond excited because history is about to be made in Uniondale, New York. And I was hoping that I would hit the Mega Millions and get a front row seat to see it, but I did not hit the Mega Millions. So I will be watching live on the WWE Network this Sunday. And it was on July 23rd, 2018, on Monday Night Raw. Stephanie McMahon announced that for the first time, WWE would hold an all-women's pay-per-view called Evolution. And guess what? To quote my boy John Cena, the time is now. And I will dive into my predictions, thoughts, and whatnot. But I wanted to hear from you, the ladies out there on Twitter. And I know a lot of WWE fans who are women and who are ecstatic about this show. And I tweeted out there because I wanted to do something fun for this first ever history being made event, Evolution. I only wanted women's predictions for this pay-per-view. So a few of you responded at WellsMania on Twitter. If you ever want to engage with me and talk wrestling, we do that there. Or on Facebook. Sometimes I'll do that on Facebook. But on Twitter, I love seeing how diverse the WWE universe is. And there are a lot of ladies out there who are fans of professional wrestling, and I absolutely love it. So I'm very happy that finally, after all these years, we are finally getting an all-women's pay-per-view. And one of my friends, one of my good sisters, Kayla Lasota. You can follow Kayla on Twitter at WWE Guidette. That is WWEGUIDETTE, and I hope that I'm pronouncing it right because I think in the past I didn't pronounce it right. Guidette. However it is pronounced, that is where you follow her. Tell her WellsMania sent ya. So Kayla tweets her predictions, and I got them right here. Becky retains, Asuka wins the Battle Royal, Kyrie retains, Alexa and Mickey beat Team Bestie, Ronda retains. Kayla then goes on to say, I'm expecting the NXT women's match to outshine everyone. I'm not keeping any high expectations on the Bliss and Mickey versus Team Bestie because why would Team Bestie win? What do they have to gain anymore? It's a great question. Two great questions right there. I will answer both of them right here, right now. So why would Team Bestie win? I think the only outcome or scenario that I could see is if Mickie James screws over Alexa and says, because Mickie James is a vet. She's a wily vet. She's been around. She was there with Trish Stratus. They had some epic matches. I think Mickie could possibly screw over Alexa and be like, yeah, we may be older, but we're better than you. So I could see Mickie turning her back on Alexa, and that's how Team Bestie wins. Or they could go with Alexa and Mickie defeating Trish and Lita, sending them back to the Hall of Fame where they reside. A lot of different scenarios in that situation. I will break down my official prediction later on. Kayla then goes on to say, I'm all for legendary returns. Please do not get me wrong, but all it's going to be is one chick kick and one twist of fate. Then Alexa is going to take the easy way out and win the match. Shenanigans. She's a heel. Thank you, Kayla, for weighing in with your Evolution thoughts and predictions. Another female wrestling fan that has given me her predictions is Ashley. Ashley on Twitter at @N_Ashley with 2 Y's. So that is at N as in notorious _Ashley ASHLEYY. She's got Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Trish and Lita, Riot Squad, Kairi Sane, Toni Storm, Ember Moon, and Isla Dawn winning their matches at Evolution. And by the way, Ashley's going to have her very own YouTube show one of these days where she dives in with her passionate thoughts and expressions on professional wrestling. So be sure to follow Ashley on Twitter. Keep your eyes open because she's going to have a really cool YouTube show coming one of these days, sooner rather than later. And I will subscribe. And by the way, if you're out there listening, all of you Wells Maniacs, feel free to spread the word about WellsMania podcast. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. We're more than halfway there. So let's do it. Let's do it together. Ashley also says that she's really looking forward to Trish and Lita versus Alexa and Mickey, and Becky versus Charlotte. I couldn't agree more with you. Those are the 2 matches that I'm really looking forward to as well. I mean, I love I love Trish Stratus, and I'm just so excited that she's back in action. And of course, we all know my love history with Becky Lynch, and of course, friend of the WellsMania podcast, Charlotte Flair. Woo! Ashley also goes on to say, an all-women's pay-per-view means a lot because not too long ago, the women barely got 5-minute matches. Now they get just as much of a chance as the men do. It's awesome to see, and I agree with you. I have been pushing for an all-women's pay-per-view for years. For years, I've been tweeting, I want a women's ladder match, a women's Hell in a Cell, a women's Royal Rumble. I want women to get every opportunity that the men get and some. And finally, we're getting an all-women's pay-per-view Evolution, and I am excited. So thank you, Ashley, for weighing in with your thoughts and predictions. Another female wrestling fan, Michelle Benson, my good sister, Michelle Benson. You can follow Michelle on Twitter at Mrs. Benson 0304 and tell her WellsMania sent you. She said, I don't know anything about the Mae Young Classic, so no predictions there, but here are my others. Riot Squad, Ember Moon wins the Women's Battle Royal, Kairi Sane, Lita and Trish Stratus, Charlotte regaining the title, and as much as it pains me, Ronda Rousey beats Nikki Bella. So excited for Sunday. It's going to be a great show. It is going to be a great show. I think that all of these women put in the hard work and they will all be rewarded after Sunday night because Evolution is going to be a pay-per-view that you do not want to miss. So thank you, Michelle, for weighing in with your thoughts and predictions. That's it. Only 3 women. Only 3 women. But that's okay because 3 is better than 0. And I appreciate Kayla, Ashley, and Michelle for taking the time to tweet at WellsMania and letting me know your thoughts, predictions, and whatnot. And speaking of whatnot, it's time for my whatnot. These are my predictions, picks, thoughts, and whatnot for WWE Evolution. Let's start out with the 6-women tag team match. Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riott. I think that the Riot Squad is going to win this match. Honestly, they need to win more to establish their chaos, their riotness. And speaking of Riot, Ruby Riott, a damn good worker, is going to put on. She's going to be the MVP of this match. The Riot Squad wins. How about the 2018 Mae Young Classic Tournament final match? Io Shirai versus Toni Storm. I like Io Shirai to defeat Toni Storm. I was really rooting hard for Rhea Ripley to be in this match, but she is not. Io Shirai will win the 2018 Mae Young Classic. Kairi Sane, the 2017 Mae Young Classic winner. She is the current NXT Women's Champion, and she'll defend that title against Shayna Baszler. I like Kairi Sane to retain and defeat Shayna Baszler. A tag team match, Trish Stratus and Lita, Team Bestie versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I kind of touched on this earlier when I was answering Kayla's question. I said there could be some shenanigans where Alexa Bliss might cheat to win this match. But honestly, I'm going to go with what I said earlier as well. I think Mickie James is going to turn her back on Alexa Bliss and align herself with the legends, Trish and Lita. And that is why I got Trish and Lita winning this match. Score 1 for Team Bestie. And I really hope that this is not the last time that we see Trish or Lita in action because I love Trish Stratus. She is my all-time favorite women's wrestler, and I've got goosebumps at the thought of just seeing her in action again. And yes, I will be buying her t-shirt, absolutely. The next match is the Women's Battle Royal, where the winner will get a future championship opportunity. So who is going to win? Well, these are all the women that are currently in the Women's Battle Royal. These are the announced participants: Tamina, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana, Naomi, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Kelly, Maria Kanellis, Molly Holly, and Zelina Vega. Yes, Alundra Blaze, Medusa, she is going to be in this. She will not win. However, it is just really cool that we will see Alundra Blaze in this battle royal. I've gone back and forth. Obviously, the 3 favorites in my mind are Asuka, Nia Jax, and Ember Moon. I can easily see Asuka winning this battle royal. I mean, she was the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner, So why not win the Battle Royal on the all women's first ever pay-per-view? I'm just saying, all the stars are aligning in the sky, but guess what? You know what else is in that sky with the stars? A moon. See what I did there? Thank you. Cut it out. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Tip your waiter. I like Ember Moon. She is my pick to win this match, giving her a future championship match. And since she is on Raw, she will earn a Raw Women's title match. And that takes us to the Raw Women's title match. Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's champion, versus Nikki Bella. I saw that heel turn coming from a mile away. But guess what? Ronda Rousey is the most dangerous woman on the planet. Sorry, Nikki. You and Brie aren't going to be enough to stop Ronda Rousey's reign as Raw Women's Champion. Ronda retains, setting up what is going to be an awesome match down the road. Ronda Rousey versus Ember Moon for the Raw Women's title. And that takes us to the main event, in my opinion, the main event on the WWE Evolution card. The last woman standing match, another first in WWE history. It is Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, versus Charlotte Flair, friend of the WellsMania podcast. And I hope that we will still be friends after I tell you that I have you losing this match. I know, I'm a terrible friend, but listen, Becky Lynch has been incredible as this heel. She has really rose to the occasion. She's right there at the very top of the entire WWE, not just in the women's division, but she's right up there at the very top as one of the top superstars. And I see her retaining the title. But don't worry, Charlotte Flair, because I originally was going to have you win this match and regain the women's SmackDown Women's title, but I think you're going to win in January at the Royal Rumble, and I think there are bigger things to come for you at WrestleMania next year when you are in a match against Ronda Rousey. Am I going way down the road? I think so. I'm going way down the road, but those are my predictions for WWE Evolution. Thank you again to Kayla, Ashley, and Michelle for your Evolution predictions, thoughts, and whatnot. And you hear the music. You already know. Big prayers for the big dog, Roman Reigns. You will be back very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 9 of WellsMania podcast on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at WellsMania. Like me on Facebook at WellsMania. I do it for the gram on Instagram at WellsMania. Subscribe to my show right here on YouTube. Enjoy WWE Evolution. Until next episode, take care and dominate the day.